Hi everybody, Kerry from the Grow to Eat channel here, and I hope you guys are all well. I have this patch of grass which, as you can see, we've been battling for years to grow grass here, and mainly because this tree and that tree had branches hanging over. We chopped the one branch off. You can, excuse my chickens, um, you can see where the Virginia creeper has grown up to the length, and so you can see where the Virginia creeper has grown up to the end of the branch we chopped off. But I actually don't mind sacrificing this patch of grass because we are planning to extend onto our house here anyway. So my plan is to lay cardboard in rows. We're going to put in metal stakes, and we're doing the Charles Dowding's no dig method. So on the cardboard we'll be laying rotted down compost and anything like rotted down leaves, etc., onto that cardboard. But first we'll wet the cardboard, then we'll put the rotted down matter and build it up to about 3 to 4 inches up, and then it will eventually break down, and then I'm going to do myself a little cut flower garden here. At the moment I've got sweet peas growing, and they're going to need to be going out soon, and I will keep you posted on how we do that. We're going to put in metal stakes and then run wire or string along the lines so that the sweet peas have something to grow on. I've actually even got edible peas that I want to put here, and we'll leave a pathway, so I'll probably be able to get 5 lines of planting in here for both sides, on this side and that side of each line. And then I want to put in a wood chip path just to keep the grass at bay, because I don't want to have to try and get the grass contending with the plants. But I will keep you posted, and I will show you progressive updates on how we go. Have a fabulous day and stay safe. The little that I've learned from Charles Dowding about no dig, the reason behind it is that normally when you would want to put a bed in this, you would dig up all the grass, you would then till the soil, add in your compost, and then put your plants in. And what that actually does is it disturbs all the microorganisms in the soil already. So all the good bacteria and microorganisms, like things like earthworms and all the good stuff for plants, it disturbs everything, and that takes a while to actually get back to its normal self. But with the Charles Dowding method is when you put the compost on top, that kills the grass underneath, and eventually that grass dying off puts all the good nutrients back into the soil. The earthworms underneath are not disturbed, and the organisms are not disturbed. And then when you put your matter on top, your growing matter on top, this then creates an opportunity for the rotting cardboard underneath that material to break down slowly, and all the organisms come through that into your soil above. And it really works well. It's less labor intensive, obviously, because you don't have to dig out grass, and you're putting good soil on straight on top of these beds. You can border them if you want with wood or anything that you want to put round to make definitive borders. I'm not going to do that this year. I'm going to try just do rows and then chip in between. I'll use wood chip for my walkways. If it works, as I'm sure it will work, everybody I know who's tried it is raving about it, I will then plant another crop of something different in the beds in spring, summer, and then I will just keep on adding in more nutrients and more good soil and broken down matter, and then I will just keep on planting that way until we're ready to add on to this extension. North facing would be over here. I have my raspberries already in the ground, really waiting to winter over. And then, so this will get nice sun in both summer and winter. I'm looking forward to doing this, and I will keep you posted each step of the way. Okay, so now I've laid the cardboard. I've left a part here and a part behind there in order to get around the whole thing. This little grow bed here I will move, and I've only got enough cardboard to do one line for now, but more is coming today, then I'll do the rest. You have to remove all the plastic, so any tape, any sticker, anything like that you take off, because that interferes with the breaking down process. And also it takes longer to break down, so if you do ever till your bed, you're going to end up with these lines of plastic tape, which is not pleasant. So I'm going to now water it down. The hose is there, and then I'm going to start putting my broken down matter. Okay, so all the cardboard is nicely watered. It's quite wet, in fact. You can see it's saturated. Now I'm going to put on my compost. Compost must cover the whole load of cardboard, go right over. You can leave a little sticking out, but I think it's a bit unsightly, so I'm going to cover everything. Hi everybody. Okay, so this is the start of the awesomeness. I've now laid some of the compost. I haven't completed, because you'll see I've got wooden planks lying on the side. I've decided I'm going to edge after all, because I'm worried that if we have a heavy rain, that everything's going to wash. This does go at a slight angle, the ground level, and we'll end up with everything down there. So my husband's going to help me now. We're going to cut just some round bar, put it in corner about 5 along down here, not very high, but long enough to go in the ground and stick up to hold the planks, and then we'll push the soil against it and it'll hold it in and push it out. And we'll do the same on the side and the same here in the front, and then I will finish topping up the bed so that it is all above ground, but all nice and neat in one spot. I will come back to you when that's done. Okie dokie guys, first bed done. As easy as that. It literally took us from once the cardboard was down on the ground and I'd started loading it up. If I'd worked solidly and didn't stop for other things, it would have taken us literally 1 hour. 1 hour to put all the compost down, level it out, and put the wood around it. All we've used is just these very thin, I call them planks. I'm not sure what they are, my husband knows. And you can see I didn't have long enough ones to go right across, so we just doubled them up. And then they weren't long, I think these are 2.4s, and then we just joined them with an extra piece. There's the join. So that's all we did. Simple, easy. I don't care if the termites do eventually eat them or they rot away, because this is not a permanent situation. I have got a permanent vegetable garden, which is raised beds. This is just purely to grow my cut flowers, and I've got edible peas that I'm going to be growing as well. My husband's going to be getting metal stakes, and like I said, we'll put one here, one in the middle, and one there. Ideally we want cattle panel, or we call it reinforcing. It's those metal squares that you throw when you throw concrete. You put them down, and we'll put it in the middle where the metal stakes are. Tie the metal stakes to them, and then grow on this side and grow on that side. So what I'm going to try and do is keep one bed solely for edibles, and then one bed for flowers, and so on, because I don't want to mix the two up. Not that the pods are anything alike, and not that the flowers are anything alike. Edible sweet peas flowers are always white, and the cut flower sweet pea, they are different colors. The cut flower sweet pea pod is furry, it's got like a fur on it, and edible is obviously smooth, so you can't confuse the two, but I would just like to keep them separate from one another, just for my own preference. My seedlings are about 10 centimeters tall, so I'm going to let this sit. I'm going to give it a good water, let it sit. We are expecting some rain a little later. Let it settle down, get the stakes in, get the wires up, and then I'll plant, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like. Enjoy the rest of your day. Please stay safe and chat soon.